1 year ago, I uploaded the Love Explained video. I wanted to include in it all the messages I had received about love from machine elves. There was so many of them that I didn't leave any room for explaining everything, and now there's a lot of new information I collected within the last year, and I think it's time that I talk in detail about the 434 values, starting with love. As soon as I took mushrooms for the first time 4 years ago, machine elves immediately started teaching me how to love, and I was surprised to see that it's a skill that I wasn't good at, and actually a skill I needed to learn. They told me that I needed to spread love, acting as an example, and that I have to be a definition of love for others, and in order to do that, it was necessary for me to go through a process of fixing myself. This is when the entity teaching started, and it lasts to this day. I was told that I need to do this because my job here is to show others what love is and that love is possible. Apparently, my mission of creation here is to make people open channels between them and 434, and it will allow them to open up to love in themselves. Psychedelics have been incredibly helpful on this journey. Machine elves recently told me that mushrooms are a love medicine, that taking them is like getting an injection of love. They said that when we relax on psychedelics, our true nature comes to surface and they allow us to be the loving beings that we came here as. They said psychedelics do not give you love, they just allow you for the true loving you to come to the surface by eliminating fear. This will be a small mini-series of videos talking about 434 values, and I want to do it because I know that the definition of love is very important to many of you. You also told me that you want to know how to apply the 434 values in practical terms, and you want to know how to love. I want you to be able to improve your life with all the 434 knowledge, and I'm going to explain in detail what love is according to machine elves, why you need to learn how to love, and how to apply love in everyday life, keeping in mind the metaphysical aspect of our existence here. Together we are doing divine work here. Bit by bit, we are raising the vibrational frequency of this reality, and it's up to channels like 434 to make everyone's life better. There aren't really that many opportunities in life for you to gain the metaphysical insight in the way that 434 allows you to do it. If you feel like you're getting what you need from these videos, support 434 financially. You can do this by joining Patreon or Subscribestar, or you can donate money through PayPal where you don't need an account, or you can use a bank transfer or cryptocurrencies. All of it doesn't require much effort, so try it now. As a thank you, you'll get access to regular podcasts, monthly Q&A sessions, and direct contact with me. Thank you very much for your support. Your generosity means the world to me and others. I will start from telling you about the vision that started it all 4 years ago. It's something that I don't think I ever had a chance to share with you. I was shown our world as a giant, endless mechanical platform on huge caterpillars going through our dimension at a very slow pace. The whole platform was made of small rooms/cubicles that together created a huge labyrinth-like structure, resembling an IKEA shop seen from a distance. The entities showed me that everyone has their own little room they live in, and that room is sometimes visited by other inhabitants of the platform. When they come in, they ask, "Hi, I'm looking for love. Do you have some to spare?" And some of us say, "No, I don't," and the visitors say, "Thank you," and they leave. But some of us say, "Yes, I do," and they invite the visitors to the cubicle. And then they go on a love-seeking quest together, knocking on other people's doors, asking the same question, looking for love and other love seekers in the labyrinth. It was a very important vision that started my love lessons. This mechanical platform was a metaphor for the loving journey that we're all here on. I was told that we all came here for the same reason and that we're all looking for love together. The platform always moves at the same pace, dragging us all in the same direction, and we decide whether we go through the rooms together looking for love or whether we stay locked up in our cubicle rejecting love. Let's talk now about the definition of love, as it seems not to be a simple issue. I will start from how machine elves define it, as this was revealed to me accidentally while I was recently asking about the possibility of drawing energy from another dimension. They explained to me that we're already doing it because love apparently is not an earthly emotion. They said it's a force from another dimension that is being transferred to this realm through portals, and you'll be surprised to hear that these portals are us. I was shown as a window through which love comes in from another dimension, and although I don't fully understand it, I'm sure that this applies to all of us. This visual is very important and has a lot of implications, and I hope that entities will explain it further in the future, but you need to know that love is an outer dimensional energy that is manifested in this dimension by us. What's more, they also told me that as we go through different existences in other dimensions, we always have the same purpose: to experience as much love as possible, and apparently it's the only purpose of every existence we'll go through. It's always love, and there's more to it than we experience here on Earth. I must admit that when I'm in the presence of the loving energy while tripping and talking to machine elves, I'm always overwhelmed by love's complexity and multifunctionality. We really don't understand love, and many other psychonauts and extraterrestrial mediums and researchers said the same thing. Love apparently is this powerful force that whole universes are made of, and we can only access and use a small part of it. Humans might seem primitive and very simple beings, but you are capable of channeling one of the most extraordinary forces in the universe, and that makes you incredibly unique and valuable. Always keep that in mind. It's obviously much easier to come up with a human definition of love, and this is something that I've heard many of you struggle with here. Love is wanting for somebody to feel as good as you want to feel yourself. That's the simple version. A more complicated definition is a desire to be in the state of awe, being affectionately connected to other people. My psychedelic experiences have shown me that human language is not good at defining love, and we use this umbrella term for a huge spectrum of emotions related to people, animals, objects, and even concepts, and we just use one word for it all. The truth is that love is a very complex and subjective feeling in which the goal is to raise our vibrational frequency to feel good. Love is a state of awe, and that's why machine elves talk about it all the time. Here is why you need to have a loving attitude towards everything in life. Love is at the core of your true self. It is who you are here as a human, and your whole life is made of tests and tasks that allow you to achieve loving states. Machine elves showed me that this is a simulation, purpose of which is to find the possibilities to experience this divine emotion. Love is your compass in life, and it's important to remember about this because we are not really good at fulfilling this purpose here. Your life should be fully filled with loving, not just those short moments reserved for your family members. Everything in this reality is accessed through contact with other people. Almost everything you want to achieve will be based on exchange of services between you and somebody else. And to establish this relationship, you need to open a communication channel. The key to this channel is genuine interest, appreciation for their presence, and their well-being. Through love, you'll gain access to their database of experiences and knowledge. Through friendship and affection, you'll get to where you need to be faster. Your consciousness is proportional to the amount of love you receive, and the more love you give, the more you get it in return, learning and expanding your consciousness quicker in the process. Love is not only the currency of this life, but it's also the coding language of this simulation. By creating a harmony connection with other like-minded people, you will also activate the metaphysical nature of this reality, further enhancing your loving capabilities and connecting with the energy and your surroundings. Love is truly the key element synchronizing you with the system you were put into. You can tune in to the structure of the energy, and this will allow you to work on your relationship with others, but also it will let you access and fix everything that is wrong with you. And once you get in the self-love mode, and once you get access to your true self and your higher self, you'll be able to relax and increase your vibrational frequency, which in turn will open the doors to the states of awe. All of this will lead you to activating the manifesting powers within, allowing you to be the creator of your reality, fully in control of what goes on in your life. I was also told that through relaxation, loving states, and the states of awe, you're able to remove fear from your life. And in the same way as love and 434 values protect you from a bad trip on psychedelics, loving states also protect you from a lot of negativity in your everyday life. Love is a firewall protecting you from low-frequency chaos generated by this reality. As you can see, this is a complicated system of intertwined supernatural reliance and dependency within our dimensional structure that we still don't fully understand. But we can definitely take advantage of the information we get from the other side and implement it into our lives to make it better. And it's not a difficult job because everything around you is loving. You just have to open up yourself to it. The energy wants to flow through you all the time. It's only up to you if you're the resistor or the transmitter, allowing it to show up in any area of your life, be it your career, your family, or your friendships. Love is the fabric of this existence, and it's what connects and holds everything together. And it's the only language that all human beings understand and communicate with. It's the language of the physical, the metaphysical, and it's the language of the divine. You make other people love you by loving them, but more importantly, you invite the energy, the God, the 434 into your life, making everything so much easier by channeling and activating this transcendental emotion. Now let's talk about love in practical terms. How to allow the flow of this supernatural energy connecting us with others and with the divine. Remember that we're all one. Always imagine yourself being in somebody else's situation. Desire for others that you want for yourself. Understand that everyone is made of the same and they want the same. We all came here for the same reason, even though most of us don't know about this, and it will be up to you to activate it in them. Everyone is a taker, and because someone needs to initiate it, you become the giver. Don't expect anything in return. Let this feeling grow around you organically and exponentially. Care for others' well-being in the same way as you would take care of yourself and start the loving domino effect. Someone has to make the first step. Use the universal language of the divine. The benefits are enormous. Remember that this is a training ground for love, and it's difficult for a reason. No one says it's easy. A part of your journey here is to learn how to love despite all the obstacles and adversities. But you have to ignore the temporary low-frequency incidents and circumstances in your life. This will allow you to isolate love from all the emotions you experience here while you're immersed in the human experience. It's for you to discover that this is a loving reality where everything wants you to thrive. It's all about the mindset. It's about discovering and accepting yourself and the loving nature of this reality you're engaged in. Remember that we're all equipped in the same love transmitting and receiving tools. You live in a reality that was created by the loving energy that wants to flow through you and wants you desperately to be a part of it. We're all here because of this energy. Look around and see what it created. Look how powerful it is, and imagine what you could achieve if you were operating in the same frequency. It's really simple, because your only responsibility here is to love those who come into your life. That's the only reason you're here, and that's how you raise your frequency. You should always be in love mode or help mode, and you should always approach everything and everyone with these two questions. Can I help or can I love? Ask and observe the answers you'll get. Love 434. I will continue this series talking about joy and hope with some additional videos in between. Remember about support for this channel and the 434 structure. You can finance it using the methods listed in the video description. Thank you for your help. Like and share this video. Visit the websites of the artist and the musician I featured in this video. Remember about b434.com and join 434 social media on YouTube, Facebook, BitChute, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and VK. Talk to each other on Discord, Reddit, and Telegram. All links in the video description.